Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca Keppel and I am super excited to be back on Trinity Stamps YouTube channel, and I have a really fun interactive slimline box card to share with you today featuring a really cute sunshine and rainbow. So this is the wide or slimline box card die set. You can see there's lots of pieces, but it is very simple to put together. This is the rainbow Funshine die set, and this is the so very loved stamps and dies. And what I love is that you can cut out just the sentiment from that stamp set. This is the Papercrafting Magic Stamp Set and dies that is great for interactive cards. So first I'm going to stamp out the so very loved stamp with some Copic friendly ink on some white cardstock, and these are the Copic colors that I am using for the pink, orange, and the yellow. So I'm just going to color in the loved. It has a little bubble effect to it so that you can color it in, and I am coloring it in a rainbow of colors because it's going to be on a rainbow card. So I'm going to use the dies and cut it out. I am using some tear tape from Thermoweb, and I have cut out this large die from the box set 2 times, and I have my bone folder. So I am going to reinforce every single fold and score line on this one. And then when I do the second one, I'm going to leave that large flap up. You can see it on the right hand side there. So I am going to line these up next to each other, one with the little tab facing next to the one that has the tab on the right hand side. So don't go tab to tab, go tab to straight. And I'm going to put my little tape on the outside of that tab there, and I just used some scissors because I was having trouble peeling it off, some tweezers. I was having trouble peeling off the little release tape there. So line them up so that they're nice and straight, everything lines up, and then just fold that tab down and that adheres it to the inside of your box card. These long pieces you also cut out twice, and they have score lines on the side, so you put some tape on the tab there, and then just lay it down on that left hand piece inside the fold. You don't want it on the fold, inside the fold, and then keep it straight, pull off the release tape on the other side, and then you're going to take your tabbed edge there and fold it down. So you can see how that creates that little area inside that you can attach things to and have all kinds of different dimensions. So you could just do one. There is a second one, and I'm going to do the second one later. Now I'm going to put some tape on the outside of the tab here, and I'm just going to use my bone folder to make sure that it's really stuck down, and then again peel off that release tape. Now close the other side on top and line it up so that the top and the bottom are in line, and you can see how easy that is. It's just folding and lining things up so that they are straight, and then adding some pressure to that tab so that it stays adhered. And then check it out. There's a box, right? Super easy. Okay, this is the second layer of the little strip that goes inside. You probably could have done this at the same time. I wasn't sure where I wanted it. It's easier for me to visually see where it's going to go. So I had it a little closer to the front here and maybe a little bit higher. I'm not sure. And I just adhered both the tabs to the side and just really press them and they'll stay stuck. See, even with a little bit of pressure, they really do stay where they're supposed to go, and just straighten everything up. And now you have a box with 2 layers of dimension on the inside. These are the stitched pieces that I cut out in white cardstock because I'm going to use the cloud stencil to ink blend some clouds on these white pieces. These white pieces can be layered over your box, so I'm going to use them to create the look of a sky with clouds, and then we're going to add to that scene. So I am using some tape to adhere them. Again, since I had it out, I figured I might as well, and it is nice and strong, so you know it's going to stay adhered. So this piece goes in the back of your box, the one that you did not fold down is going to be sticking up like this, and that's going to create your background. So I have some blue sky and a big white puffy cloud, and now I'm going to ink blend clouds on all the other white pieces. They're going to go along the edges and on the flaps that kind of fold down on the side. So we're just going to create this whole look of sky everywhere on the box card. So I'm just using different parts of the cloud stencil. I love that you get 4 sides of that cloud stencil and each of them is a little bit different. So it looks more organic and real so that you can have lots of different clouds here. Okay, now adhering these other pieces, it will be very obvious to you where they go. I just held them up to the flaps to see like, okay, this one fits here and this one fits there. It'll be super obvious because the ones that don't fit really won't fit. So you can see I have a bunch of these rectangles, stitched rectangles, and this is kind of the outside front of the card when it is folded down flat and it looks like just a plain slimline card. Here are again the rectangles on the sides. Again, the ones that don't fit really won't fit. You'll know right away that you're using the wrong piece in the wrong size. See how I did that? You check at the top. It was way too big at the top, so it goes down below. And now I have all of these cloudy pieces created around the card. So I added some liquid glue behind the sentiment that I cut out from the So Very Loved stamp set and that we had colored with Copic markers. And I put that kind of in the center of the background there. Now I've cut out of the Rainbow Funshine dies the yellow sun, and I'm putting the little face on the sun there and cutting that out. So then I decided to cut out another sun in black so that I could layer these on top of each other so that you would really see the eyes and the mouth. So I'm just using some liquid adhesive and then lining those up. Now I had an extra piece of cloud, so I'm cutting 2 strips because I want this sun to be up high and I'm also going to make it interactive. So I poked a hole on the back of those 2 strips, put a brad through it, and then I poked a hole in the long interior piece, and now I'm just going to put the brad inside and open the wings, and this way the sun can rotate and move across the sky. Here is a rainbow that we've created with the Rainbow Funshine die. I have all of the pieces cut out. What I love is it cuts out stitched arcs of the rainbow, and then it also can cut out the base that all these stitched arcs adhere to. So I am using Distress Oxide inks to ink blend each arc of the rainbow. I used Kitsch Flamingo for the pink, Abandoned Coral for the orange. I used Squeeze Lemonade for the yellow. Now I'm using Mowed Lawn, and I'm just using the Trinity Stamps Blending Buddy brush to blend out the colors there. Now I am going to use some tape runner on the back of those rainbow arcs and adhere it down to the rainbow base that I cut out of white cardstock. It doesn't matter what color you cut it out of because all of the arcs are going to cover it up, but I feel like white is the easiest to work with just in case something is peeking through. And I am going to use some liquid adhesive to adhere it to the back strip of the box card. So just some liquid adhesive, this way it can really stay held and I have time to move it around. The Rainbow Funshine die set also has a cloud die, so I cut out 2 clouds and I'm also using liquid adhesive, so that's why I'm holding them in place. The first one I put on the front of the strip inside the box card die. This one I'm putting on the back. I just want the top of the cloud to peek up over that strip and in front of the rainbow. And look at all that dimension that you get with the different layers inside the box card and that interactive sun that goes from left to right. I also cut out from the Papercrafting Magic Stamp Set. This is no ordinary card, and adhered that on the outer flap, and then I am going to adhere a little strip that says interactive on the sun. And just use some liquid adhesive for that. And that is just to let them know that the recipient know that the little sun can move. It says I'm interactive, which is so, so cute. There's also a bunch of arrows in the stamp set. I thought this was plenty for this one. So that is it. And you can see that you can get so much dimension. You could definitely add a third layer inside there if you wanted to, but I thought this was plenty with the rainbow, the clouds, and then the interactive sun that moves from left to right. And once you tuck him away, you can close this up and fit it inside a slimline envelope, which I absolutely love. I think somebody would be so surprised to receive that. So if you're interested in any of the supplies that I used from Trinity Stamps today, they will all be linked down in the YouTube description box below the video. I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Have a wonderful day.